社青年救国团周应恒主任。
大家午安。非常欢迎大家来参加这种国际志工的延续，因为世界各地都需要志工，那么国际志工更是带有一点冒险，带有一点自我成长，带有一点让自己的眼界更开阔的自我教育意义。不过，所有国际志工大概都应该有一个组织才能做，单独靠自己，单打独斗很难发生大的力量。所以我们今天下午的第二场呢，就请2位有实际组织国际志工经验的领导人来介绍，怎么样在国际的服务的体系里面建立一个志工的网络。其实严格说来，2位我都刚刚见面了，都跟他们不熟。可是我想待会儿你们听他讲完之后，大概就知道他们都在这个领域中有丰富的经验。我左手边的这一位女士，Mrs. Madeline Townsend， 那么她是一个环保团体的执行长。听说每一年她会组织2000多位的国际志工到澳洲来帮助澳洲的环境保护的工作。那么详细的我想我不熟，我不敢乱讲。也许待会儿他会在介绍他们的网络的时候，顺便会告诉你，他实际所从事的工作是什么。右边的世界导览会我稍微熟一点，不过跟夏建是第一次见面。世界导览会在台湾利用媒体的推动，让很多青年朋友，其实不止青年朋友，有很多人因为这样而把眼光放在国际上需要帮助的一些特别是弱势的国家。每一年饥饿30的宣传的活动，透过媒体有很大的影响。那我也知道，他真正的帮助很多在非洲、在不同的国家中处在饥荒中的这些儿童们。我想他们怎么样利用媒体的宣传，利用动员，利用他们在国外的网络，那么产生一个综合的效果，它是非常值得介绍的。我想我们先用掌声来给这2位表示我们的欢迎，好不好？按照预定的安排，就请Miss Madeline 先开始来介绍她准备的一些资料。那么我们中间后面以后我们再来讨论，再来互动。
Thank you very much. For those of you who weren't here yesterday, I'd just like to introduce our organisation briefly. Conservation Volunteers Australia was founded in 1982 and we've been operating in New Zealand since 2006.
各位午安哦。那我想要先简短的介绍我们的机构。我们是在1982年在澳洲成立的。那我们在纽西兰的办公室呢是在2006年开始运作。
We involve over 14,000 volunteers each year on all sorts of conservation programs in the 2 countries. Everything from very practical activities such as planting trees to building walking tracks, restoring historic buildings.
那我们现在的志工团队呢，大约有14000人，然后我们做的涵盖的范围非常的广，包括了一些比较实质上劳力工作，例如说种树啊等等。
Around 12,000 of our volunteers are domestic volunteers every year, and 2,500 come from overseas directly to help with conservation programs in Australia and New Zealand.
那我们大约就这个志工团队里面呢，有12000个人呢是由澳洲或纽西兰当地的人来加入我们志工团队。那另外有2500个人呢，大约都是从其他国家来的。
And we're not a government-based organisation, we're a not-for-profit organisation, an NGO, and we only exist for the good of volunteers and for the good of the environment.
那我们不是一个官方组织，然后也是一个非营利组织，所以我们所有的工作呢，都是为了保护我们的环境为主。
So my theme this afternoon is developing international volunteer networks.
那我们今天下午想跟大家介绍的是，我们怎么样去架设 设我们的服务网络。
International volunteer networks can be developed in a number of different ways, so this presentation will concentrate on 3 successful models. The first 2 are more traditional ways of developing networks, but the third one is less conventional, has proved to be a prime reason behind conservation volunteers' success.
发展国际志工服务网络呢，有很多种方法，而我们接下来简报将会着重在3种很有效的模式。前2种是比较传统的网络发展方式，第3种比较特别、比较不传统，不过也正是环保志工成功背后的主要原因。
And for every organisation, I think methods are completely different in recruiting volunteers, so I will focus on the ones that have worked for our organisation.
那尽管这些方法不同的机构适合用不同的方法，不过呢，我们今天会把焦点集中在对我们使用过最有效的方式上面。
So the most immediate way to establish a new international volunteer network is to find a volunteer organisation with which you would like to work. The first step, finding an organisation, is easy with access to the internet or contacts from existing partners.
建立新的国际志工服务网络的时候，最直接的方法就是找到一个我们想要跟他一起合作的一个志工机构。所以第一步呢，就是先找到这样的一个机构。我们现在可以透过网络很方便的去找到，或者是跟现在就有的一些伙伴联络。
Once you've identified a potential partner, it's important to confirm that you have common values and operating goals. There isn't much point in developing a relationship if you have fundamental differences in the way your organisations work, or the philosophy underlying each organisation does not match. This step is important and can usually be completed by phone or email discussions.
一旦找出了这个潜在的伙伴的时候呢，就要确认双方都有共同的价值观跟运作目标。如果你跟这个合作机构存在着根本的差异，或者是双方根本就理念上不合的话，那这段关系就没有继续发展的意义了。所以这是很重要的一步，而这一步可以透过电子邮件或者是电话来沟通完成。
If both organisations agree to go ahead, the next step is to start exchanging operating information. This can include details of management and staff structures, volunteer recruitment strategies, volunteer management processes, safety policies and procedures, and governance.
那如果这2个机构有了共识之后呢，下一步就是要开始交换我们的运作资讯了。这包括了管理跟人员的架构、志工招募的策略、志工管理流程、安全政策与流程以及治理。
This information can usually be exchanged by email and starts to build a useful and mutually beneficial relationship between 2 organisations.
那这些资讯的交换呢，通常可以借由电子邮件，然后来建立起2个机构之间非常有用而且互惠的关系。
Following this, the next stage is to develop a staff exchange program. In our organisation, Conservation Volunteers, we focus on exchanges between staff members who have similar roles within their organisation, such as safety officers and volunteer recruitment officers.
那下一步呢，就是要发展出一个员工交换计划。像我们的机构当中呢，就环保志工当中呢，我们焦点会集中在机构中角色相近的人员交换，像是安全专员跟志工招募专员交换。
Staff exchanges can be short or long term. We find that 2 weeks is the minimum length for an effective program. Each organisation provides accommodation, meals and travel for the visiting staff member, and we arrange a series of meetings with staff throughout the organisation, plus volunteers if required.
人员交换呢，可以是短期，也可以是长期。不过呢，根据我们的经验，至少要2个礼拜才会有一个具体的一个成果。那每个机构他们都会替来访的人员提供住宿、食物跟行的一个安排。另外呢，也会安排一些跟员工的会面活动，有的时候也会安排当地的志工跟他们互动。
Each staff member produces a report, including any recommendations they wish to make to their host organisation about improvements or changes to the programs.
那之后呢，这些交换的员工都会做一份报告，针对他们希望主办机构对这个计划做的任何改进或改变提出一些意见。
Staff exchanges benefit both the individual staff members, as they have the opportunity to increase their professional skills and experience, as well as the organisations concerned.
那这样的人员交换计划呢，其实对双方都非常的好哦。个人可以去增进自己的专业技能跟经验，那对于机构呢，也是可以更了解自己的一个方法。
Once organisations feel comfortable in working together, the next stage is likely to involve volunteer exchange programs.
那一旦这2个机构在一起合作之后感到很自在的话，那下一步就是投入可能的一个志工交换计划。
Again, these can be short or long term. We normally focus on exchanges lasting from 3 to 6 weeks long.
那再一次强调，这些合作呢也是一样，可以长期也可以短期。不过我们一般都是进行为期3到6周的一个交换。
Each organisation is responsible for recruiting a team of volunteers. Our own programme usually involves 6 to 10 volunteers, and our policy is always to send a staff member with each team.
那每个机构就会负责招募1组志工。那我们自己的计划一般会投入6到10名志工，而且我们的政策一直就是每一组都要有一个全职的员工一起陪伴他们。
We aim for exchange programmes which include a range of cultural activities and true community immersion, so the programme is about more than simply the volunteer activities. For volunteers coming to Australia, this normally means taking them to see some of our great wildlife, to a sporting event such as football or cricket, and including a barbecue.
那我们的交换计划呢，会尽量结合很多的文化活动以及社区投入的活动。那这个计划不单只是一个单纯的志工活动。对来到澳洲的这些志工而言呢，我们通常会带他们去看一下澳洲美丽的野生动物啊，或者是带他们去欣赏足球或板球等体育盛事。另外呢，也会带他们去参加烤肉的活动。